Good morning everyone. Myself K Manisha. I am BSc MPCS final year. Today's our topic is about crystal. What is mean by crystal? Here is the definition of a crystal. Crystal is a solid material. Those atoms or molecules are arranged in a perfect order is called crystalline solid. Here the figure shows the perfect line of a perfect order of a crystal. It is arranged in periodic arrangement. And the word crystal was derived from the ancient Greek and it is means about ice and rock crystal. Amorphous solid. An amorphous solid is a solid material. Those atoms or molecules are arranged in random is called amorphous solid. Here is the figure shows that amorphous solid. That it is not in arrangement. It is not in arrangement. And types of crystal, there are two types of crystal. One is single crystal and another one is polycrystal. The definition of single crystals are materials in which the entire sample has a continuous and unbroken crystal lattice and had only type of atoms or molecules. Here is the figure shows single crystal. It is in order and unbreakable crystal. And polycrystal. Polycrystal is an aggregate of many small singles separated by the well defined boundaries. And here is the figure shows that polycrystal periodic accords each gain. Crystal structure. There are lattice with a basis. Lattice, the definition of lattice, the periodic arrangement of atom is in a crystal is known as a lattice, or the arrangement of points is called a lattice. And basis, a set of one or two atoms about a lattice point known as basis. The crystal lattice together with the basis gives the crystal structure. Here is the perfect example to show that crystal lattice. Here is a space lattice plus basis is equal to crystal lattice. Here A1 A2 are shows as a points distance between A1 to B1, that is equal. And here is the basis is in a dark point. The addition of two space lattice and basis is use crystal lattice. This is about lattice structure. And Bravier's lattice. Brevier shows that there are only 14 ways of arrangement points in space, so that the environment took the same from each point of the lattice are called Bravier's lattice. Another definition of Bravier's lattice. Bravier's lattice refers to the 14 different and three-dimensional configuration into which atoms can be arranged in crystals. Here is the picture shows that Bravier's lattice. Cubic. First column, it is a cubic. In cubic, sides are equal. That means A is equal to B is equal to C. In cubic, angles alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma. That means alpha is equal to 90 degrees and beta is equal to 90 degrees and gamma is also equal to 90 degrees. And another one is trigonal. In trigonal, the side A is equal to B and the side which is not equal to C. That means A is equal to B which is not equal to C. In trigonal, in tetragonal, alpha and beta and gamma is equal to 90 degrees. Orthorhombic. In orthorhombic the sides are not equal. That means A is not equal to B and B is not equal to C. And in orthogonal, alpha and beta and gamma is equal to 90 degrees, which is shown as a figure. Hexagonal. In hexagonals, the side A is equal to B and which is not equal to C. Alpha and beta is equal to 90 degrees and when gamma is equal to 120 degrees. Trigonal. In trigonal, A is equal to B and B is equal to C. The three sides are equal. And about the angles, A is equal to B, alpha is equal to beta, beta is equal to gamma, alpha is equal to beta, beta is equal to gamma, that is not equal to 90 degrees. In trigonal, the angles are not equal to 90 degrees. And monoclinic. In monoclinic, A is equal to B, B is equal to C, which is A, A is not equal to B, B is not equal to C. That angles are A is equal to alpha is equal to gamma, which is 90 degrees, and beta is not equal to 120 degrees. Triclinic. In triclinic, A, B and C are sides are not equal. That means A is not equal to B, B is not equal to C, and alpha, beta, gamma is also not equal to 90 degrees. That means alpha is not equal to 90 degrees, beta is not equal to 90 degrees, and gamma is also not equal to 90 degrees. Here is the four types of unit cells. Here P represent primitive, the side of primitive, and I represent body centered. F represent phased centered. C is equal to side centered. Plus 7 crystal classes and 14 Bravais lattice. There are 7 crystal classes.